Okay, guys, good morning. We're going to go ahead and get started, introduce this course to both the online community for this course and the couple people that are attending live. And so, Rankin Technical College, the course number AWD all ones. It's an online section. The course is titled Database Driven Web Development. And so, um, this course is really full stack web development with JavaScript, and so we're taking this in the summer of uh, 23, and so let's kind of update this semester to 2022 summer, and so this summer section basically rolls. Um, all summer. And so the first day here is May 15th, and the last date is August 20th. And so, how you're participating in this course, some people will choose kind of a synchronous online environment. And what that means is you're welcome to show up every day. And what I mean by every day is that I'm going to be on Discord and in the St. Louis campus basically from 8 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. Monday through Thursday. The reason those are the hours is that those hours mirror what an in-person section would do. So we have in-person sections of this course. They run 4 days a week for 6 hours a day. That's a typical summer course. And so I'm just mimicking that, right? Even though technically this is an online course, I want to put it. I want to put in the same amount of effort that you would get in a seated in-person class. In other words, I don't want to shortchange you on your education. Right? You're gonna get the same number of lecture hours and lab hours and the same amount of work. Right? The same outcomes, equivalent of an in-person class. So you're kind of looking here. May 15th is today. August 20th, we're looking at all summer, just kind of glancing at my calendar here. 15th. Now, these sessions are, um, basically attendance is taken every Sunday. And so if you turn in work for this week, if you turn in a lab or a test or basically any work that I am going to grade, you'll be marked as present. So every week counts as a session. And if you kind of glance at the syllabus, and I'll jump ahead and scroll down on the syllabus, and we'll go through the syllabus today because that's what this is, just kind of introduction to the class. Scroll. We've got 14 weeks of this kind of schedule. And so this is our first week, May 15th through May 21st. And so if I kind of come back here, talking about the number of sessions, well, if every week is a session, I'll just kind of update this to say 14 sessions for a little clarity there. Since it's an online class, technically there's no room assigned to it. However, if anybody's interested ever, you're all welcomed to the St. Louis campus in the gray building. In the gray building, we're on the second floor, room 203. And so you're welcome to take that offer anytime you choose. This is my name, Evan Gudmestead. This is my email address, eagudmestead@rankin.edu. And I do have a office area and a Discord channel. Um, and so the Discord channel, I went ahead and emailed all students in this class an invitation link, and I see um, a few people saw that email and joined the channel. If you didn't see that email, I'm going to give that same link um, here on Inside Rankin. And so I'll go ahead and create a link and give you access to the channel. So let me do that as I'm server settings. invites, doing this live. Right click. Invite people. You know, Discord always has me generating new links. Hey Grant, can you hear my laptop buzzing a little bit?
No, I can't.
Okay. So I'm going to make it. I did email every student in this class, so you should already have access to this. But I'm going to go ahead and make another link right here to my Discord invite to my server. Open up in a new window, and there you go. Okay, so you should have access to the Discord server. Let's take a look through the syllabus, since that's where we're at. AWD all ones, database-driven web development, summer of 23. A week is Monday through Sunday. I'm available via Discord. There's another link to the Discord server. 8 to 2:30 Monday through Thursday. But the class time is online. And so I would just mark online class. And what that means is, and I mentioned this before the recording, if you guys ask a question, my goal is going to be to respond within 24 hours. Now, I will be available every day, 8 to 2:30, Monday through Thursday. But in the event that you have a question on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you ask a question, my goal is going to be to reply within 24 hours. 14 sessions, 14 weeks, and building is, well, it's online, optionally St. Louis campus, room G205. There's my name, there's my phone number, email address again, office location, um, program level outcomes. And so you guys kind of see these every semester. Basically, what these are is after a 2-year degree, it's kind of like what are you learning for the degree at Rankin. And so, basically, we're doing full stack development with JavaScript. We're doing full stack development with C Sharp and object oriented programming. We're going to be using, GitHub. But that's like if I had to like summarize this in like 3 bullets, like you're doing full stack web development in the .NET stack, in the Microsoft stack, and in the JavaScript stack. There are no textbooks for this course. So everything, all this curriculum is homegrown. We built our own labs. We built our own, theory from. Well, fortunately, all this stuff is available online, right? That's the beautiful thing about this industry is all the information is free. We just compiled a list of resources, and what Rankin offers, like our secret sauce, if you will, is lots of work. And so, what kind of makes us different is, and Josh is laughing at me, but the old grandma's rule is practice makes perfect. And so we practice what I would say more than anybody else. And so just for this online class, you know, what is the expectation? Well, we're going to be here 6 hours a day, 4 days a week. We're talking about 24 hours of work. 24 hours of work plus homework, 24 hours of work per week times 14 weeks is 336 basically hours. Um, and so that's a lot of hours of work. And so, you know, that's what we're looking to put in this summer. Um, Here's a course description. It's a 14 credit hour course. Now I'm getting a reconnecting thing. Are you guys still seeing me okay? Interesting. Um, it's a 14 credit hour course. The reason it's 14 credit hours is because of the calculation, because of the hours that we put in. You know, when I think back to my college courses that I took for a bachelor's degree, most courses, you know, for your major were 3 credit hour courses. Now, granted, you would take multiple courses. You might take 2 or 3 courses per semester, but you know, you total for like 9 credit hours. Well, we are 14 credit hours. Again, we're putting in a lot of work. The student level outcomes, this is what you're getting for the core, for this individual course, the AWD All One course. So the program level outcomes are like, this is what you're buying for the 2-year diploma. The course level outcomes, this is what you're buying for this course. And so you're going to learn basically the JavaScript stack, what we call the MERN stack, which includes Node, Express, MongoDB, which is your database management system, and React. Of course, we'll be using Bootstrap to build um, uh, mobile responsive sites, and we'll be developing web APIs, um, you know, to basically host your code on a web server and do normal full stack web development stuff, right? Your web API is basically where you take your code and you host it on a web server. Um, um, Kind of a note here on late work and retakes. It is um, a policy that you can turn in late work for a 10% penalty. And so that will remain intact this semester. Um, you know, obviously each week we'll have some work, and my advice is to turn it in the week of as best you can. And then if you fall behind, then you can start taking these 10% penalties to allow you for late work. Um, the one thing there is I do ask that you guys communicate that to me. If you're turning in anything late, just let me know so I can grade it. You know, I'm not going to know unless you let me know. Okay, so read this paragraph. The college offers multiple courses and programs completely online. Online courses provide the convenience students need to meet life demands while completing weekly coursework when it is convenient for them. Industry expects ranking graduates to be successful in online courses. They expect technicians to take future online courses to stay current in their field. Students in online courses will be expected to have access to reliable internet and a computer to complete coursework. And so, you know, it is an offer, but not a requirement that you guys are here on a daily basis. And obviously, there's no penalty if you don't show. It's my recommendation that you do show. So if you're willing and able, my suggestion is show up for the daily work. If you're both willing and able, I realize a lot of students take online courses because of a work schedule. So being that we're 8 to 2:30 every day, you know, that's going to conflict with a normal course, so you're not able, which is totally fine. Um, you know, my suggestion then is carve out 6 hours a day outside of your work schedule, right? Or if it's not 6 hours a day, call it 24 hours a week, right? So kind of what are the expectations? Roughly 24 hours a week. I think if you're putting in 24 hours a week, you're giving yourself the time that it takes to be successful in this course. And so that is a fair amount of time. And that is not what I would consider typical of an online course. You know, again, I've taken online courses and I've taken online 3 credit hour courses. 3 credit hour courses basically estimate, you know, uh, a lot less work per week. And so my recommendation off the top is 24 hours per week of your time dedicated to being successful at this course. Um, So when it comes to attendance, it boils down to this. Every week we have coursework such as labs and hands-on tests. Those are basically the two things that I'll be giving out every week. And if you're turning that in, if you turn in any weekly work, you'll be counted present. Therefore, the allowable number of absences will be 1. So it's basically you have to turn in work every week. If an entire week goes by and you don't turn in any work, that's how you're counted as absent. You're allowed 1 of those. If you have 2, you technically exceed attendance, and you go through a withdrawal process of which you can appeal to stay in the course. Essentially, you're not kicked out if you want to stay in, but you have to appeal to stay in. And if you have to make so many appeals, eventually you'll be kicked out. No one wants that. I don't want that for you. You don't want that for yourself. Just turn in your work. And, again, each week is considered a session. There's 14 sessions, so you're only allowed 1. Grant, is that consistent with how prior semesters worked for you?
Yes. Yeah, that's, and the gen eds, I think, too, have a similar, or if not the exact same rule for online stuff.
Cool. Academic honesty. Um, you know, my policy, well, Rankin's policy, it kind of goes through basically you can't cheat, can't plagiarize. Um, uh, you know, Plagiarism is a topic, basically where I'll just be, kind of straightforward and honest. Like cheating in the past is where students essentially copy and paste each other's code, right? That's the most blatant, obvious, like copy and paste. This, if I have 2 students with the exact same code, the exact same spacing, like everything's exactly the same, that's pretty much a slam dunk. Like you took someone's code. Where it gets a little bit more gray area would be if the code is not your original work, and so you go online, you find the answer online, you copy and paste the answer. It's a little bit more gray area. You have to prove a little bit more there. I do recommend, all your code is your original work. The labs and things that we're doing, you're not going to find the answers online for the most part. Anyways, you might find a line here or there, and you might be able to get some help. And that I'm not against using online resources. And so there's all sorts of tools out there, be it Stack Overflow and ChatGPT. I'm not anti those tools. And so if you want to incorporate those and tweak them and make them your own, however, when it comes to solving these problems, a lot of it will have to be your original source code. Um, and so it's kind of a fine line to walk, but obviously copying and pasting someone else's code is pretty easy, considered to be cheating. So don't do it. Easy enough. Course grading, we're looking at basically labs and hands-on tests. And so the labs, I will be doing more or less walkthroughs with you guys. And so every week I'll be walking through some labs, writing some code, and then a test to test over, your learning. And so the labs prepare you for the hands-on tests. You can see there's no written tests here. There's no, multiple choice written tests. It's all hands-on, 100% hands-on, 100% doing the work. Um, grade scale is a typical ranking grade scale. Contact hours. Now you notice here the number 320 is not the same number of the 333 that I calculated before. The reason being is we're going to take some breaks, right? So you take some daily breaks, you take some lunches, and that trims the 333 down to 320. But there's basically 320 contact hours that this class is scheduled to meet. We do have tutoring assistants, and so we do have a program tutor that typically meets for every program, including AWD. We have career services, so this is something that you guys need to be aware of. We do have a career services department. They do things like help you write a resume, get you ready for interviewing. What are those interview skills? They have interview workshops and things like that. We do have, I don't think we're going to be having any snow days during the summer, but we do have campus emergencies and things like that. You need to sign up for the notification system. That notification system is on Inside Rankin. You go to Inside Rankin, you open up this notifications tab, and then you go to the notification sign up. If you signed up once, I think it expires every year, so you might need to renew your subscription. So if there's a campus emergency, um, well, you guys are online, so you won't have campus emergencies. So if you show up, like Josh is here right now, we want to know of campus emergencies. Moving on. We don't have remote learning days, so I'm actually going to delete that because we're online. Which brings us to a course schedule. Which we're going to start this week of going through a review of JavaScript. It's been a while since we've been in JavaScript world. Grant, did you just have a C# semester?
No, I just did the JavaScript actually.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So you'll be more familiar, but we're going to kind of update our, we're going to review some JavaScript stuff that's going to help us prepare us for this course. And so you'll see some of that today, just kind of a review of JavaScript. And then we're going to jump ahead a little bit right into the week 2. We're going to get a jump start. So we're going to do some JavaScript review, and right away we're going to jump right into Node. So even though, I got this entire thing slated for the first week, we're going to spend some time reviewing JavaScript fundamentals, but then we will jump right into Node and Express, and then we'll get into some Mongo, then we'll get into some React, and we have a plan for the full semester as far as all this different curriculum that we're covering. Okay, so I just wanted to take this first minute and kind of go over the syllabus and go over the basics of the course, what the expectations are, late work, grading scale, course expectations, all the normal stuff for a normal class.